What a wild weekend it was around the league. I'm Bobby Broyles along with Rob Washburn for CA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. I know we talk about it every year and every week throughout the conference season about how exciting the conference race is in the CA, but these first few weeks have been full of drama, which we don't really mind, do we, Rob?
No, I don't mind it at all, Bobby. Of the 10 games last week, 3 went to overtime, 5 others decided by 6 points or less. Hofstra rallied from a 10-point deficit, edged Towson on a Jalen Ray three-pointer at the buzzer to snap the Tigers' 14-game home win streak. UNCW ended Elon's 7-game home win streak with an overtime victory, and then got beat at home in overtime by Northeastern as the Huskies scored 11 straight points in the extra session. Elon went back and rebounded from its tough loss with a narrow victory over Charleston. William & Mary rallied from 9 points down with 45 seconds to go and topped JMU in overtime, but then they suffered their first CAA loss of the season when Towson shot a blistering 64% and won 99-73 in Williamsburg. When the smoke cleared, only Hofstra and Delaware survived the week without a loss, and the Blue Hens needed an 8-0 run and a late jumper by Ryan Daly in the final seconds to get past JMU. Just 2 games separate the top 7 teams as we enter the week. It's setting up to be a fun season.
Yes, it was. That was a lot there, Rob, as we get to look at some of the matchups this week. Let's begin with the 2 teams with the longest winning streaks in the league. And we're talking about Delaware as they travel to Long Island to take on Hofstra at 7 o'clock on CA.TV Thursday night.
Yeah, these teams enter the game tied for second in the league with 4-2 marks, so it's going to be a big one for both of them. The Blue Hens have won 3 in a row and continue to build confidence and momentum. Delaware's offense revolves around versatile sophomore Ryan Daly, but he's getting plenty of help from senior point guard Anthony Mosley and talented freshman Ryan Allen, who leads all CA rookies in scoring. Now, for me, the biggest difference for the Blue Hens has been the post play of forward Eric Carter, who averaged 13 points and 13 rebounds in the 2 games last week and has already posted 5 double-doubles. Now, Hofstra returns home after picking up 2 CA wins on the road last week. I'm running out of superlatives to describe the play of guard Justin Wright Foreman, who had 35 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds in the victory at Towson, and 20 points on 8 of 9 shooting at Drexel. He's second in the nation in scoring and is averaging better than 30 points per game in CA play. The Pride's also getting steady contributions from Eli Pemberton and senior center Rokas Gustis, who's coming off a 20-point, 16-rebound effort against the Dragons, which was his 8th double-double of the year. These are 2 teams that are both playing well, and it's going to be interesting to see which one can keep rolling.
Also at 7 o'clock on CA.TV, 2 teams also at the top of the league race as Northeastern hits the road to take on William & Mary.
Yeah, Northeastern's coming off a split of its Southern road swing to Charleston and UNCW last week and can move into a tie for first place with a victory in Williamsburg. Now, the Huskies have been one of the most balanced offensive teams in the CA with 8 guys averaging better than 5 points a game. Vasa Pushika and Sean Osias continue to lead the team in scoring, but freshman Thomas Murphy came up big last week with a career-high 17 points in the victory at UNCW, and Bolden Brace delivered a clutch 3 in overtime. Now, William & Mary got off to a best-ever 5-0 start in CA play before suffering the loss to Towson last Saturday. As we've talked about in past shows, the Tribe's one of the nation's top offensive teams behind the inside play of sophomore Nathan Knight, the leadership of senior point guard David Cohn, and a host of 3-point shooters. But William & Mary let down on the defensive end against the Tigers, and they paid the price. Now, both teams can really shoot the ball, so the winner of this game is likely going to be the one that can come up with some stops on the defensive end.
Looking at a pair of matchups on Saturday, we'll begin with our CA basketball game of the week at 4 o'clock on College Sports Live as Hofstra will be at the College of Charleston.
Yeah, this game features 2 teams with contrasting styles as Hofstra's high-flying offense meets a Charleston team that leads the league in scoring defense. The Cougars are just 3-3 in CA play, but they're a perfect 8-0 at home this season and have shot better than 50% from the floor in their 3 games at TD Arena. Now, Charleston has 3 of the league's most prolific offensive players in guards Joe Chealy and Grant Riller and forward Jarrell Brantley, but are at their best when they also get contributions from others, and that hasn't always happened. Now, we talked earlier about all the weapons Hofstra has offensively, and they'll enter the game with plenty of confidence after going 3-1 on the road in CAA play thus far. The team that's able to get the tempo to their liking will probably be the winner in this one.
We wrap up Saturday night with William & Mary making the trip to Elon at 7 o'clock on CA.TV. And obviously, these are 2 teams that love to shoot the ball from long range.
Yeah, if you're a fan of free-flowing offenses, this is the game for you. Both of these teams average better than 10 3-pointers per game, and they both do a great job of moving the ball around and finding open shooters. All 5 Elon starters are tallying double figures in scoring, so there's no one person you can focus on. Steven Santa Ana hit 6 of 8 threes and scored a season-best 23 points in the win over Charleston, and Tyler Sebring's averaging 19 points and 8 rebounds in CAA play. Although one thing people might not know that much about, though, is that the Phoenix have also been the top defensive team in conference action, limiting opponents to just 41% shooting. All 5 William & Mary starters are also averaging better than 11 points per game, so they provide the same matchup problems for opposing defenses. The Tribes are perfect 3-0 on the road in CAA play, so they know they can get it done in visiting venues. This is another big game between two teams at the top of the standings, and it's going to be a really fun one to watch.
It should be. Now here's a look at the rest of this weekend's action around CAA basketball.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 3rd through 6th. 10 teams, 1 goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
CAAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video and audio coverage, and also, fans, you can watch all of this recent exciting action on CAA.tv and on several devices such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV by downloading the CAA.tv app that is available now.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
Our CAA on-campus crew began their 2018 tour in Harrisonburg this past weekend, and we're able to sit down to talk with JMU's leading scorer, Stuckey Mosley, for our first CAA Hoops featured piece of this season. You can check it out now on CAAsports.com and our social media outlets.
Yeah, Stuckey Mosley has made a big impact in the CAA in his first season with the Dukes, averaging better than 19 points per game. He's also taken on a leadership role for a young JMU team, and you'll get to know him a little better with this great feature.
The crew will be back on the road this week as they head to Charleston, South Carolina. Stay tuned to our social media pages and the behind-the-scenes looks from the trip. And next Thursday on CAAsports.com, we will have an In Focus feature on the Cougars. That is it from us today. Enjoy the games, everyone.